So to kind of demonstrate the big picture, I have a folder here on my desktop, and I have an editor open, and this is Sublime Text. You can download it on the internet. And what I'm going to do here is I'm going to do project, add folder to project, and then I'm going to find the folder on my desktop that I'm working in. I've just called it code. Okay, so with that, we can now begin just looking at the basic concepts of it. So let's create one new file, and I'm just going to call it index.html, and you can see that it created it right there. And I'm just going to create some very simple text. Hello world. Let me save it, and then I'm going to open up with a web browser, in this case Chrome. So I like to just kind of drop them inside like that. So let's rearrange the screen here a little bit so it's a little bit easier to see everything. Perfect. Okay, so let's just talk about what is HTML. It stands for Hypertext Markup Language. Oftentimes, if you ever look at a web page, let's just look at something like eBay or something real quick. You can right click on it and you can say view page source. And what you're going to get is all of this gobbledygunk. And it can be very overwhelming as you just look at this, but kind of ignore this for the moment and let's just focus on the concepts. Because the concepts really are pretty simple. And the main concept is you're marking content. So just remember that word mark in hypertext markup. So to do that, let's go ahead and create some content. I'm going to write a small little article about sharks. Sharks live in the sea and eat fish. Movies have been made about sharks. It's very, very simple. And let's go ahead and bring that up in our browser here. So we have content here, but there are no styles applied. And by a style, I mean like a color. In this case, we're missing line breaks, font size, the things that add visual quality to a page or a document. So HTML, all it is at its core, it's content, and then you're marking it with tags. So I'm just going to make up some of my own tags here. And a tag is surrounded by less than and greater than, and then a tag name. And then you can close a tag following the same pattern, but you just put a / before it. Now these are non-standard tags, but I'm doing them for a reason here. Tag 3 and there we go. So we've gone ahead and we have marked the page. So in a sense, this is HTML at this moment. However, you'll notice that there are no styles. Like shark still looks very boring, and it's all one line. So the aspect that people don't always realize is that styles are being applied to this. It's just a lot of default styles. So you can right click, you can click inspect element inside of Chrome, and honestly any major browser these days, and you can then begin looking at the tags. So we can see this piece of content has been tagged. And we can see that all these styles are being applied, and let's go back there, computed. And they are all just their default value. So for example, background color, there actually is a background color. However, it is completely transparent right there. RGB alpha, and alpha is set to 0. There is a border image, but it's set to value of none. Anyway, so the idea is that HTML, you are really just marking content. That's it. In the next video, I'll talk about how we add styles to the different marks or tags so that we can begin making our pages look as you would expect.